Hello 30 Rockers and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 96 and I like to learn things the hard way. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. But first, an update from VNN, Valerian News Network. I used Valerian again last night, got a good night's sleep. I was able to increase my dosage from the night prior, which is still a decrease from where I started at. And so if you're following along, I've been trying to just find the right amount of valerian to be using to get the result I want, which is a full night of sleep, and not be taking too much valerian because too much of anything is never good. So it's like anything else. I think you need to listen to your body and find out what that right response for you is. So I'm happy with the amount that I'm at right now, and I'm just going to continue to use it because I'm getting the result I want and monitor the results, and I'll share those with you probably a little less frequently unless something changes. I'm using valerian and I'm getting sleep, so that'll be enough of that talk until something changes with it because I'm really happy. So let's talk about learning things the hard way. For some reason my whole life I like to do things the hard way. I don't know why, must be how I'm wired. So today let's talk about a hammer. Now, hammers are great for a lot of things. You get a lot of work done with a hammer, pound a lot of nails, loosen bolts, all sorts of great things. Now, my head tells me that if I use this hammer to hit this hand, that it's going to hurt, right? We know that. I mean, you say this is heavy, it's going to come down with a lot of speed, it's going to hurt. But me, what I like to do is I like to make sure that that's true. So I'm going to take this hammer, I'm going to come down and get it right. Oh! Yeah, okay, I didn't really hit my hand because I know it's going to hurt. And so here I am, been talking about raw foods for 96 days now, even longer actually, but here on 30 Rock for 96 days. We have moved to a raw foods lifestyle and eat primarily raw foods, and today I had a lunch up at RI, and I brought lunch in, and this was planned on Monday before I started feeling ill and got a little bit, this bug or whatever, just feeling a little bit sick. And so I brought in this giant sub to RI today to just kind of just an office lunch together, just to break some bread and have fun. These truly are some of my favorite people to be around in the world, so it's nice every now and then just to get together, to not be so concerned about work, and just to share a meal and just share a little bit of time together. And yesterday I was talking about how I wasn't feeling well and how I really felt like the reason I didn't feel really bad was because I was eating these great raw foods and I was getting the enzymes and all the nutrition that my body needed to help fight this thing off. And in fact, I felt so good that today, when I went to this lunch up at RI, that I wasn't thinking, and I had some of this sub sandwich. And I wasn't thinking about the sickness. I mean, I was thinking about, hey, I'm eating something that's not raw, I'm breaking bread, that's fine, I'm okay with that. And this is a group that, I mean, some of them are 30 Rockers, they know what I'm up to. I could have brought up anything and had that. So there's certainly no peer pressure to eat the meal that I brought up for anyone, for everyone. And in fact, some folks didn't partake in that meal. So, but they were there as part of the group. So no peer pressure, nothing like that. It was just a decision that I made, and I was feeling great. And I said, okay, this sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm not gonna overeat, not gonna do anything like that. I'm gonna stay in moderation, and it's gonna be fine. Well, it wasn't. Within a couple hours, by the time I left actually, I started noticing my nose starting to itch a little bit, and I just felt a little bit hot. And within a couple hours after lunch, I had a headache, I was sore, my nose was running, my throat was sore, and I just didn't feel well at all. In fact, so bad that I didn't make it out to the evening yoga session. And I was like, oh, that's right, you're sick. Because I was feeling so good, I actually forgot that I was sick. And so I started to push some vitamin C and some juice, and then I had a tomato vegetable soup with lots of garlic in it, and just started giving my body restorative foods, and sure enough, I feel good again. So whatever this bug is, I'm certainly being affected by it, but when I'm feeding my body what I need to feed it, it just isn't having the same kind of an impact. Now, I knew that, I told you that yesterday, and yet it was easy for me to just go to something habitual here where I wasn't thinking about it enough. And so it's almost a little bit embarrassing because I did just talk about it yesterday. And, you know, but like I said, I like to learn things the hard way. I went and rewatched that video and went, oh yeah, I guess you did just talk about this yesterday. And so when you're new to learning how to feed yourself, which sounds strange because I've been doing it just ineffectively for the last 30 some odd years, but when you're new, some of these things are, I think, just can get away from you a little bit. When I was buying this giant sub, there was a gentleman, an older gentleman, heavy set, and he was talking to somebody else there, and he's talking about how he's just really struggling with his diabetes right now, and how it's just been a struggle. So, you know, he's trying to eat better, and there he is with a 32-ounce soda and this submarine sandwich with, you know, oil and mayo and meat and all this other stuff on there, and a big bag of chips. And in our culture right now, you know, that's people are selling that. That's making a better choice. And, you know, depending upon where you're at, maybe it is for some folks. But I tell you what, just seeing the response that my body had to whatever this bug that I've got is, to raw foods, so much, the response was so good that I didn't really feel all that sick. I knew I had something, but didn't feel all that sick, to just feeling just absolutely horrible when I ate food with preservatives and chemicals and food-like substances in it. So it really is, I mean, as many eye-openers as I've had in the last 96 days, this is just another one to kind of put on the list of, okay, learn that, knew it in my head, had seen it work, relearned it again, and now hopefully I've got it down a little bit more. And so many times I think in our own journeys, it is about learning and relearning and coming back to things. I hear from people almost every day that say, you know, I started eating this way for a while and I stopped because X, Y, Z. And we all have that. My goal is that, you know, if I have, you know, when I diverge, it's not to have that happen for, you know, a week, a month, a year. Okay, it is to say, okay, let's get back to what's helping me to lose weight, feel good, have energy, and actually heal and restore my body. You know, if we look back at those numbers after 30 days on the raw food diet, it's not just about weight. It never has been. It's about actually getting the body to work the way that it's supposed to. I introduced something into it when I wasn't feeling well, and I noticed it right away. Undoubtedly, had I not been ill, I wouldn't have noticed anything. And so because my body was weak, all this processed stuff affected it right away. So that's how the day went today. That's how the journey went. We've got the contest still going on. We'll be drawing a winner on day 100. So if you haven't entered yet, please check me out at 30rock.ning.com. Underneath the video section is the place to answer, to enter the contest, and it's just a simple question that's there. So answer the question. I'll put your names in a hat and draw that out, and the winner is going to win a couple of goodies from Pure Market Express, as well as a Pure Market Express T-shirt. And if you haven't joined over there yet, everything there stays at 30 Rock. It doesn't get used for anything else. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Gives you a chance to win cool contests, and also to start sharing your journey a little bit too, because I think we can all learn from each other, and I know that there's just so many different approaches and so many ways that things are going. People are going about things, and it's just great to hear that feedback, and it's a place where we can support each other. So check it out, join the contest, and we'll pick out a winner in the next couple of days. And until tomorrow, keep making great choices and rock on.